everybody, and welcome to the round 8 review. Yay! That's right, the round is gone, and we've got our undefeated team no longer undefeated. That's right. Rangers have lost their first game. We've actually had a lot of high-scoring games this week. You can hop down now, thanks. Thanks, Melly, everyone. Sit down, we are. All right. Yes, I did do that. Anyway, we've got a lot of high-scoring games this week. Can you move? What are you doing? Come here. Sit. There we go. All right. Done? Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Melly wanted to take over the show. She doesn't want to play a big part anymore. She wants to play a big part. So, anyway, that's done. So, anyway, we had a big week. There's a lot of high-scoring games, and actually only 2 people scored under 300, which is pretty good. So it looks like everyone's figured out their size. A lot of really big scores. In fact, when I was going through the list of who people probably should have played, or maybe different options, there wasn't many other options. That's really good. So yeah, but let's get going with the first game. It was actually a very anticipated game of 2 teams that were on fire. It was No Dumplings versus Seek and Destroy. So well done there. We actually had No Dumplings 294 defeated by Seek and Destroy 318. A bit of controversy in this one because Vossi noticed halfway through the game on Friday night that Jenkins was having a crap game, and he comes out and says that I was supposed to play Lacroix, but bad luck, Vossi. If you want to do that, you need to do it a little bit earlier, not halfway through the game. If it was playing on Saturday or Sunday, maybe we could have done something. But yeah, look, if anyone does stuff up, you need to speak to the person that you're playing against, not us. And if they agree to change, then let us know so we can make the change for you. But anyway, we'll go through the games. Both full forwards kicked, just around 2 goals, so that was pretty even there. And the half forwards, the unwanted Josh Jenkins actually beat Stevie J by 7 points. Utilities, Zeeble had a shocker. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to make fun of something before I go back to that. Stevie J really summed up Dash's day, to be honest. He was full of blood. He went to run into an open goal, and he ran into his own player and to come off blood all over him. Yeah, he was shocking. But oh well. Yeah, Zeeble wasn't very good at utility. Even though Dash told us he was going to get lots of tackles and kick lots of goals, but yeah, that's no good. And Patrick Dangerfield got 89 points, so he was pretty good there. Higgs Shaw does what he does. He has been phenomenal in the midfield this year, scoring over 50 points almost every week. And Bryce Gibbs has really been good for Carlton. He's actually half the reason why they're on a 4-game winning streak. So, yeah, well done there for Bryce Gibbs. 48 points in the midfield. He actually did get a few tackles and clearances as well. So, he could be someone to look at for utility if you're stuck there. Dash, you probably welcome back Josh Kennedy against Hawthorn next week, and he always does well against Hawthorn, by the way. Dylan Shields was awesome for the Seek and Destroy. Got 50 points. And as the rucks, nothing to write home about. Seek and Destroy chose the wrong ruck again. Zach Smith actually got over 30 for him. This week he went with Reece Stanley. He only got 10. But Grundy got 23 for No Dumplings. And Scott Pennebury and Matt Prudis almost equaled each other out. 67 and 71 as a halfback. And the tacklers, both very good actually. 22 and 23 for tacklers. Dash probably could have had a different utility. I mean, I know Coley said Zeeble was going to get him about 100, but he didn't. And in fact, I mean, very rare this happens. But if you played one of your ruck on his utility and played a ruck, Dash probably could have got up that game. As for Seek and Destroy, the options there you could have done a bit different. Hamish Hartlett had a great game, got about 26 possessions and 7 tackles. And Lacroix kicked 6 goals, so he probably could have played Lacroix instead of Jenkins. But oh well. That's me taking the piss. But well done, Seek and Destroy. That's, I think, 3 games on the trot for you. You've gone to 16 points now, so you're doing rather well there. Yeah, so if we move on to the next game now. That game was the Battle of the Jabronis. Not Jabroni, but Coley right now, he's feeling...
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a homeless out roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know.
Jabroni's is very happy at the moment. Not jabronis. I'm rolling. Coley's very happy at the moment. He's already messaged me, telling me how he's got 350 points one week, 330 points the other week, and I think he scored 310 or 330 as well. So he's on fire. He reckons still averaging under 300 for the year on 299, but he's actually allowed to choose his own song on Thursday night, everyone. So looking forward to that one, aren't we? But if we look at that one, both full forwards were no good. Only kicked one goal each. Tom Lynch had probably his worst game of the year. He did kick a couple of goals, but didn't do much else. He only got 20 points. That's half of what he's been getting every single week. Josh Kenny could have done anything. He actually kicked 5 goals in the first quarter, but that's actually all he done and got 46 points. So, Cole is probably a little bit disappointed with that one. Luke Parker had his worst game, 53 points as utility, and Stephen Martin got 67 as utility, so that was all right. Now, Sam Jacobs actually got a really slow start of the game and ended up getting 41 hitouts, so going to be happy with that one for Jabronis, because at the start of the game, it looked like he wasn't going to get much at all. Montagna and Vince, awesome in the midfield. Montagna actually got 52. But for I'm rolling, Taylor Adams got 51 and Kate Simpson 45. So their midfield actually bet Jabroni's midfield. And for the halfbacks, Lockie Neal 69, Swallow 61 was pretty good. Good move by Coley. Chris Mayne's not a full forward, doesn't kick any goals these days, but he's a bit of a tackler. And Mayne got 26 as a tackle, so that's pretty good there for Coley. And at the end of the day, actually, that's probably what got him over the line. That and Josh Kennedy. And it was a big win, 292 to 232. So Coley ended up winning that game quite comfortably in the end. Did get 332 to 292. Jabronis, the highest scoring team of the competition, and they're one of only 2 teams that's gone to 300. So that's a little bit different there. But all in all, Coley, well done. Yeah, you're still sitting there. You tell me you're third on the ladder for the 4th year in a row, but the season's not over yet. You still are the second lowest scoring team in the team of the year. But yes, you can have your own song on Thursday. So you just let me know what you want. Let's move on to the next game now. And it's Maltese Falcons versus Gods of Olympus. And Michael.
Started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now hip hop. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now my whole coach is here.
Yes, you were top and now you're bottom, Michael. Last year you were the premiers. This year you're shit. That's just, let's play it down. And you don't understand what it is. You're actually like the 5th highest scoring or 6th highest scoring team. You're actually doing quite well. You're averaging 307 compared to 4 other teams averaging under, including Coley, under 300. But Fennick this week got his highest score of the year. It all come together for Fennick this week. I mean, Jack Watts kicked 3 goals. Gunston, done his usual output of 3 goals as well, which is pretty good. Stevens was quiet, but everyone was pretty consistent. And Stevens only got 54 as utility. It's 2 weeks in a row had a bad week. But Gaff, 55 as a mid. Gaff's been killing it. Josh Kelly had a very good game. He got 42 as a mid. And Cruiser though, look, if your ruckman's playing Port Adelaide, play your ruckman. I don't care if you're your 2nd or 3rd string ruckman. Play the ruckman because Cruiser had 38 hitouts. I don't think Cruiser's ever got that many hitouts in his career, and ended up getting 44 points. At the end of the day, really was a difference, to be honest. Cripps 68. Once again, Cripps is getting too many handballs, but he's getting lots of clearances and lots of tackles. So he's still got between 60 and 70 as a halfback, so you can't complain with that one. And Mitch Robinson, 18 as a tackler. For Michael, Rewell only got the 1 goal for the night, kicked 1 goal 3, and that was only 31 points. Goal seemed back to his best. He got 83 as utility. Caniglio, if Mick played Isaac Smith, who's stiff, come on. Isaac Smith instead of Caniglio, maybe he would have won, but in the day, Caniglio's been on fire, so he had to choose him. And still side bottom, 48 as a midfield, can't complain about that one. And Tippett, it was always good on the ruck. Shuey, 68 as a halfback, equaled up Cripps, and 60 as a halfback, very, very good. But in the day, wasn't enough for Michael, who ended up going down by 9. Final score on that one was 334 to 325. So, look, disappointing when you score so high and lose. But, I felt it all year. And Michael would sure turn to feel it. And poor Sugar, he's struggling.
Call the police and the fireman, I'm too hot. Like a dragon, wanna retire, man, I'm too hot. Big say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot. And my band about that money, break it down.
Yes, Speaking of too hot, Renegades, too hot indeed. 300 and I think it was 383. Michael, if you can just show me that score again, please, on the score. Thank you. 389 for Renegades, and Sugar 338. Like, that's unlucky, man. Sugar, that's 2 weeks in a row you've scored over 330 and lost. I would be pissed, but unfortunately, I would be pissed. You should be cursing the person you're playing against, not telling them well done, because that sucks. You would have been everyone else but Stiff this week. That's unlucky. And imagine, Stiff, if you actually had one of your forwards that kicked a goal. I mean, Tom Hawkins got 3 points, Rewell got 26, but none of them kicked the goal between them. If they kicked the goal, you would have one each. You would have got 400, which would have been, I think, only for the second time someone would have got over 400. So that's pretty good there. Lewis as a utility was very good. 80, actually surprised. As I said, I didn't think Lewis had been playing well this year, but he actually done quite well there. Aaron Hall, inspired move to take Aaron Hall out of utility and put him in the midfield. Aaron Hall didn't do too much other than possessions, and he actually got 51. And Lockie Hunter's been getting the average 50 points, or 48 this time, but he's been getting 50 points every week. So he's been good there. Mummy had a very good day in the ruck, 41 hitouts. I think that actually might be the most hitouts Mummy's had all year, because he hasn't really been that great in the ruck this year, but 45 points, you'll be able to be happy with that. And Zach Merritt, 81. Benefit of Zaharakis getting tagged. Merritt, had the midfield to himself pretty much. He had 81 points as a halfback with 8 tackles and 36 possessions. But, look, for me, Rory Sloan got 39 points. I don't think anyone's going to beat him as a tackler. Then Len Shields comes and gets 47 points, I think it was, as a tackler. I don't think anyone's going to beat him. Then Tom Liberatore actually equaled the record for tackles in the game. 19 tackles for Liberatore, 55 points as a tackler. Now, if your tackler's going to get 55 points, you're not going to lose. It's simple as that. And that helps to the score 389. So Liberatore, 55 as a tackler. Well done, Liberatore. That is absolutely fantastic. For Sugar Daddies, real quickly, Cameron, 7 goals. We knew he was going to have a field day against Gold Coast. I'm actually getting a bit disappointed because I noticed I played Cole in 2 weeks and Kenny plays the Gold Coast. So it sucks. Wade didn't do too bad. 26, not too bad, so didn't do too good. And Ablett, you hope he's concussed and misses next week, because you feel like you have to play, but he's been doing crap. Only 6 points utility. Midfield, both only got 40, so that's something not to write home about. But Gorn once again in the ruck, 44 points. Actually got beaten this week because Mumford got 45, but Gorn's getting that every week. Chalor got 36 possessions and 3 tackles, but also kicked 3 goals. So maybe if you take Ablett out and put Chalor as a halfback, who knows? And Delhouse 19 points. Both your players, both you guys had as interchange. Stiff had Michael Walters and Sugar had DeLeo. Now 330, 389. You're not changing the team that much, but DeLeo had 34 possessions, 17 and 17. A little bit. Michael Walters had 20 possessions, 7 tackles, a goal. So, there's a couple of people you could have played there as well. But yeah, all in all, look, good effort, Stiff. 389. You're now the highest scoring team in the competition, so I don't think I can call you the worst team in the comp anymore. As much as I've loved doing that joke, I don't think it's possible for me to do that anymore. And finally, we'll move to the last game of the round. The previously undefeated Rangers Anonymous has lost to me. Yes, the king is dead. Long live, the king. I guess I'm not really the king because I'm only 4th from the ladder. But anyway, I ended up winning that game. I was getting a bit worried in the end there because a few more players were down, and Dane Beams only played half a game because he got injured and he might be out for the season now according to Brisbane, so that kind of sucks a bit. But at the end of the day, I think it was 309. I can't see that score, Mick. There we go. 309, 334. That in my favour. I finally had a full forward that kicked more than a goal. Yes, Bruce kicked 3 goals. Pretty happy, although Stringer kicked 5. Bruce did kick 3 goals, so happy with that. Hogan he actually missed a lot of easy shots, Hogan. He only kicked 1 goal, 3, but he missed a lot of easy shots. Walker's been down, only 27 this week, kicked 2 goals, and that was in the first quarter. But he's been, pretty bad lately. And for me, Lance Franklin kicked 51. So very happy with Buddy with 51 there. 5 goals against the so-called Great Rants. Hannabury's utility 82. I was wrapped with that. 2 goals as well. He was pretty good. But yeah, so who knows what's going to happen there. I'm actually a bit worried next week because Buddy plays the Hawks. And
Frawley normally gets, buddy. So we'll see what happens. Sell was a bit down for Kenner. He only got 56 as a utility. And in the midfield, he had Nathan Jones with 30 and Matthew Boyd 54. Matthew Boyd's always scores high. Normally, Kenner plays Mitchell. However, to be honest, it would have only made a difference of 5 points because Mitchell had a lot of handballs and not possessions this week. Don't know why Kenner didn't change his team, but, didn't really matter in the end. The actual thing, Goddard would have got him about 56 or 57 points, so he hasn't played Goddard all year, but that's just to let him know. Hampson in the ruck, 28 points. Probably his worst output compared to Nick now, who got 35. For me in the midfield, by the way, I had Jack Viney and Beans. Only got 60 between them. Viney ended up getting 16 tackles, so he may get a promotion for the midfield next week. Because as a halfback, Scott Thompson's had 2 bad weeks in a row. I don't think he's ever played 3 bad games, but who knows what will happen there. And Zorko got 58 points there as a halfback. He didn't end up getting 7 tackles, but he also kicked 4 goals, and he played more of the forward line until Beans actually got injured. So if he goes in the midfield, I think Kenner's going to leave him as halfback. But, who knows what his options can be there. As I said, the 2 tacklers, Rory Sloan got 39. Didn't think that would get beaten. And then Liam Shields comes and gets 47 as a tackler. So that's a bit of a, two good efforts there from both those teams. So that's all the games. As I said, I ended up winning that one there. If we go to the ladder now, Rangers Anonymous, although he lost, he's still 2 games clear on top, which is pretty good. So he can't complain about that one. Renegades, now, as I said, Stiff is now the highest scoring team in the competition. He's scored 2,586 points. Rangers is second, 2,570. Followed by Jabroni's, 2,566. Then me, 2,565. Now, in between those 4 teams is a team called I'm Rolling. They're not even averaging 300 there. The second lowest scoring team of 2,392. But mind you, they are on 20 points, so they have won 5 times this year. And well done. And I'm spilling because I looked at the draw when I played in 2 weeks, and it's not looking good for me. So Jabroni's just in the 5-on percentage over Sugar Daddies. Sugar's unlucky. He's 330 last 2 weeks and lost 2 weeks in a row, so he's very unlucky there. And then Second Destroy, who was bottom 3 weeks ago, is now outside of the 5-on percentage, followed by No Dumplings on 12 points. Maltese Falcons hops off the bottom of the ladder on 8 points because he has defeated last year's premiers, Gods of Olympus, who is only on 6 points. So whether it's too late for Gods of Olympus to make a run, it's not really. You've still got, I think, 11 rounds or 12 rounds to go, whatever it might be. So it's not too late to make a run. Still at the mid-season draft and everything as well. But, yeah, well done to Rangers. We'll go over the team of the week now, or the top performers of the week, should I say. Full forward, Cameron with his 7 goals and 44. Double the next best, who was Luke Bruce on 19. And then Jack Watts at 18 as full forward. Mockles wanted to tell me that it's junk time goals there, but unlucky Mick. As a half forward, 2 weeks in a row, Buddy Franklin features. He's got 51 points as a half forward. I'm worried about him next week, though, but never mind. And Josh Kennedy, 46. 5 goals in the first quarter, then stopped. Who knows? And Gunston finished second on 35. For utility, best utility was Dangerfield on 89, followed by Todd Goldstein, who got 83, and Dan Hanbury got 82 as a utilities. So they were all pretty good there. Utility scores haven't been as high as last year, I've noticed. They're only getting mid-80s. Last year, we were getting a lot of 90s. For the midfield, the best 3 midfielders, all over 50, was Gaff on 55, Borden on 54, and Shaw on 53. For the ruckman, Mumford had the best on 45, and then he had Cruiser and Gorn both on 44. Halfbacks was Zach Merritt, 81, Pritis on 71, and Lockie Neal, 69. Lockie Neal did pretty good because he ate cots. Liam Shields, 10 tackles he got there were basically all on, or 16 tackles he got almost all on Lockie Neal, so Lockie Neal did quite well there. And finally, as tacklers, 55 to Liberatore, 47 to Shields, and 39 to Sloan. That is just phenomenal. Don't forget, everyone, mid-season draft, bring your cash so we can, everyone can pay up, and that way, as soon as the winners are done, we can organise to get payment. It'll be nice if everyone meets up, but if we can't, we can always do it online. See how it goes. Actually got a few different things we want to look at bringing, or just give to everyone, just let them know what they think about different rules maybe for next year. But look, we'll see what we can do about mid-season draft. I still think maybe an online one because everyone's always difficult. It's long weekends. Who knows what happens? And I don't know if I can bother coming out Trouton. But anyway, never mind. That's it. That's it for this round. Round 8. Round 9 starts next week. Friday game. The Mighty Hawks versus the Swans. Yeah. Well done, everyone. Well done, round 8. And enjoy your week. See you all later.